and to look at other than our faces for everybody. Haley, do you want to start by doing some introductions?
Hi, everybody. So in the room here in Moosa, we have myself, Haley Mayer, from the Community and Volunteer Development Coordinator. And then we have Ms. Karen Harridge, who is our Senior
Good morning, everybody. Hello, guys.
So I will just get started and so a little bit about our base and center. So we are a staff of 11 at the MFRC. We do partner quite closely with our PSP counterparts for fun events. We do support approximately 300 families on our base. So our base is a little bit different. It is a training base. So our community members can be a bit more transient, and some of them can only be here for a year or two. So we do have a lot of people coming and going here at the MFRC. So for our AGM, some things that we do to prepare in advance, we do make our promotional material. In the past we've had, before I get started with that, we've had smaller separate annual events that were not well attended. So we had an AGM event and also a volunteer banquet event, and then PSP had a camping program launch, and we all had them around May and June, and we had low attendees. So we decided that since they were all happening around the same time, we decided to combine them and make one large kickoff to summer event in May. And so to start that, we make our promotional material for the AGM very bright and bold. We make it bilingual for everybody to be able to read. We do blast it through everything. So Facebook, base-wide TVs, printed newsletters that we hand out into the queues as well, and emails, bi-weekly emails on the D1 and on every bulletin board we can find. So as you can see on the screen is our poster that we used for this year. Because it's also, we tie the AGM with our volunteer appreciation event. We do invite our volunteers specifically to join us, as it is to celebrate them and the hard work that they do for us throughout the year. So we send them bi-weekly emails about events happening and invitations to the AGM. We do have a weekly Welcome Wednesday event that we have every week at 10:30 at the MFRC. So when new families come in or our regular families that come in consistently, we make mention of our events. So we do share the AGM at those events as well. So the actual event, we have it at our Red Knight Arena. So where the ice pad would normally be. Obviously there's no ice there, but as you can see on the pictures, that's how we were set up last year. So it allows us to set up for speaker systems, for presentations, lots of table and chairs, a food area, our two branded vehicles that we have, PSP and MFRC, and the two 30-foot camping program trailers with all the accessories. So we kind of make it look like a camping feel. We put the kayaks out and the canoes and bikes, etc., for the kids and families to tour the campers and have a look at what that would look like. We make it really appealing to families. So we have a free barbecue dinner that's offered on the pad, and we use one of the local caterers on base to use that, or to do that. And so we have all the fixings there for a barbecue, and we also offer free childcare during the AGM business portion of the evening. So our lovely childcare staff will plan and organize crafts and activities and take the kids so that they have something fun to do while the adults and the rest of the community are enjoying the AGM part. Afterwards, the camping program kicks off, and PSP will do a big cake, and they have giveaways for our camping program, so that's always a big hit with the families. And so our event is also a volunteer appreciation event. So we do present our awards. So we do have an Adult Volunteer of the Year award a teen volunteer of the year and a family volunteer of the year. So we present that along with just before the AGM part. So quite a few years ago, we started doing surprise performances as a way to thank our volunteers because they do so much throughout the year. We just decided that we would do something fun at the beginning of summer to show them how much they mean to us and just to, you know, have some fun at the AGM. So it's become a much anticipated tradition, and kids and adults are amazed when we bust out on our dance moves. So it's always fun to see, and it's a great opportunity to make them smile and know that they're appreciated. So we thought it would be a good idea to showcase how we thank our volunteers, and we have one of our videos. So in 2016, we did this video, Dance Through the Decades, so we thought that you guys would like to see it.
So we're going to hope that this works for everybody.
So that is typically what we do every year, something fun like that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We definitely have fun here at the MFRC preparing for our yearly entertainment portion of the AGM. So we do, like for our AGMs, when we promote it. We do promote it as an AGM, but we also promote that there's a free barbecue and some entertainment, possibly awards, and we do consider our AGMs a huge success. In the past 5+ years, we've had over 100 people attend our AGM each year, and the numbers keep growing. We do post our videos on Facebook and our YouTube channel after the event, so those who can't make it can still see the fun that we had that night. And so for our future plans, we've had really great feedback from our community about our event, and since the numbers are holding steady and being consistent, we're going to just keep doing what we're doing. And this year we have quite the performance for this year, so stay tuned because it's going to be super awesome. That's pretty much the gist of our event. Does anybody have any questions for us or comments or?
This is Jonathan. I have a question. That video was awesome, by the way. On WebEx, it was coming across as a little bit choppy. We only saw every few frames. So what I'm going to do is after the meeting today, we're gonna work out a way that maybe you could share that video, and I'll make sure it's posted on the website so people can see it on YouTube.
Yeah, Jonathan, I can definitely send that around, and if anybody wants to check out a couple of the other dances we've done, every year we put them up on YouTube, so that's always a good spot to check.
Right on, that's awesome. And another question I had, just while we're waiting for other questions, I haven't actually checked the chat, so I'll just check that.
Neither have I.
Okay, so it doesn't look like any questions in the chat right now, but a question I had was, I know you mentioned bright and bold in terms of your communications out. What would you say are the top 3 most successful ways that you communicate out to families about the AGM?
Well, I can tackle that one. It's Darby. Right off the bat, our most popular way and most effective way of communicating to our families is face-to-face. We're very lucky at our MFRC. We always have community members coming in. Our center's in the same building as the PSP facility, so we see them when we're walking through, when they're going to the gym, stopping in at our parents and talks, anything like that. So face-to-face, hey, have you guys registered for the AGM? Make sure to come on out. And they're like, oh yeah, that's great. So that right off the bat is our #1 way of communicating with our families. Second would be Facebook, and third would be our monthly newsletter that we put in the CMQ mailboxes, and also email to our families that live off base. Okay,
excellent. And what would you say is, it sounds like the most popular part of the AGMs is the dance that you guys put on. Is that right?
It's the food too. Yeah, the food and the entertainment are definitely really popular things that happen for sure.
Okay, excellent. And what kind of food do you put on?
So we have Bev, who is upstairs at our Rednet Arena. She has like a concession there, but she does do hamburgers and hot dogs and all the fixings, salads, veggies, desserts, pop, water, that kind of stuff. Just barbecue food, and it's always really good. So
yeah, right on.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a meal you don't have to cook yourself, which is always good.
For sure.
Yeah.
Which is how we definitely let the families know that it's a night off cooking for them.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you guys do anything with the business part of the AGM to make it more interesting for families, like the voting and all that kind of stuff? Is there anything that you do about those aspects of things to keep it interesting for the families or get them more engaged?
Well, I think, Jonathan, hi, it's Karen. I think the key is that we're engaged with our community kind of year-round, so they kind of know the ins and outs and the workings of the MFRC. But basically, our AGM is short and sweet, and we have little AGM at a glance reports at every table. So if anybody has any questions, we can open the floor to that as well. So yeah, that's about the gist of it, I think. Okay, excellent.
Okay, any other questions from the other participants? Or maybe you have some good ideas as well from your MFRC. So,
Yeah,
so Diane wrote, hang on a second. There we go. Ours is a much more formal with mess catering with formal table decorations.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. So depending on your community, maybe you find that one kind of event attracts more the families in your community than another kind of event. So Diane, if you have any pictures that you'd be able to send along, I'd be happy to post them to the site as well, so that other people have an idea of what multiple ideas of a successful AGM might look like. Any other suggestions from the attendees or questions?
Henry, we do sort of thing build it around teal.
Hang on a second. That's Peggy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you just get a little bit closer to the mic? It's a little bit difficult to hear you.
Okay. I said, yeah, we do the same thing. We build it around a meal.
Okay.
And you know, have families come with us. But we found that the barbecue wasn't going over as well as it used to be. But our brunches are doing really well, so we decided to move our AGM to a brunch this year.
Okay. Excellent.
That's a really good
cool.
idea. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the food is definitely a big draw.
Yeah.
If you can offer food, the people will come.
Yeah, if you feed them, they will come.
So what in particular about the brunch did you find that that attracted people? Was it the type of food, or was it the time of day that they could make?
Probably both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seemed to make a brunch a little bit more kid-friendly with, you know, fruit and pancakes and that sort of thing. Also sausages and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I must say it's been going over well, so I want to shake it up this year and give that a try.
Okay, excellent. That's great.
Jonathan, it's Darby here from Moose Jaw. I actually have a question for everybody. When do they do their AGM? Oh, do you guys do it right away in May? Do you do it over the summer?
2 hours in June.
You do yours in June, Peggy?
Yes.
So we have a few comments in the chat here. Let's have a look. So Peggy, you've got a question in the chat. When do you do your brunch? Is it on the weekend, and at what time?
Yeah, we do it on, we're going to do it on a Sunday.
Okay.
And at 11.
Okay. And then we've got another comment down here. Marjorie said, new this year, we've reached out to our local business for door prizes. We also are combining it with a barbecue. Suns out, buns out, barbecue, and AGM.
I love it. Yeah. That's great. That's awesome.
And Diane mentioned that theirs is in the fall, mid-September timeframe.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. You probably capture a lot of new families then, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other questions or suggestions from folks on the line or on the WebEx? By the way, Moose Jaw, you got lots of applause for the video.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, it looks like we've probably reached the end then. But as I always say at these web exchanges, please do feel free to contact Moose Jaw in the future, or any of the attendees that you see here, to share these good ideas, because hopefully this is just the beginning of a conversation to try to make multiple things more successful. Today, the annual general meeting, and yeah, hopefully that's why I put the contact info for Darby right on the front page here, so that you can contact Darby and then find out more about what Moose Jaw does and see if it works for your community. I'll be putting all of these slides up on the website as well as the video. And if any of you feel like sending any pictures of your events, including, I know Diane, you said you'd be able to send some, that would be great. And Peggy, if you have any pictures from the Gander, one, that would be great to be able to post up on the website as well. So thanks very much to everyone for your attendance today. And Moose Jaw, if you could just stay on the line after everybody else signs off.
Great. Thank you guys for having us.
Everybody. Thanks, everybody. Have a great summer.
Have a great summer.